Hello, I'm Zanete and I am the designer behind Zaneteknits, and welcome to my weekly PPP, which stands for Progress, Plans and Problems. It's been 2 weeks since the last update and lots has happened in the meantime. First of all, we have released the London Memory Socks a week and a half ago, and it's still on the intro discount and it's being really well received. So thank you so much for everyone who's made a purchase, a download, and already cast on. You can see a lot of hello Lucy. You can see a lot of inspiration from the previous post we made with all the tester versions that could fit in the post, so many gorgeous ones. So very happy with that. We have also started a new test knit for the next memory socks, and that is Vaidava memory socks, the first cuff down version in the memory sock series. And and each sock is different because the cables are only on the outside of the leg. And it also has a round toe. But yeah, the test is happening and the pattern will be released next month for you. There's no color work, one color, really nice yarn, Lamana Merida from Rapin Wool. We have also started a very secret tiny little test for the secret yoke along. So that's all really exciting. I cannot wait to bring that into the big wild world. Excuse me, there's a question. Love the cables. I would love to test knit that, but I broke my wrist. Oh my goodness, that is such a hard thing to hear. I am very sorry. I hope your wrist heals really quickly and you can get back to knitting. That's very unfortunate. I hope you're not in too much pain. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I remember my wrist had this, it wasn't broken, nowhere near, but it kind of impeded the knitting and it was a hard one to live with. Fingers crossed and sending you all the health vibes we can all muster together. And I was talking about the test knit. Yes, the secret mystery yoke along is being reviewed and tested, including the mystery experience, and I think it's gonna be a very exciting project, and I cannot wait to launch that at the start of next year. So watch this space. I think we'll start to communicate all the details about what yarns and how much and what the gauge is and what the best combinations could be in about a month or so that you have plenty of time to prepare if a mystery yoke along is something that you dare to participate. Well, that's that. So now I'm on the works in progress and I'm wearing one, and I think I look like a hockey player because it's still unblocked, so it really holds form and holds a structure instead of sort of collapsing on me. And I hope that with some blocking it will loosen up and will be more of a sweater than a canvas uniform. But I love it nevertheless. I really, I noticed this neckline in one of the one Pinterest photos. I think it was an advert actually, and I was like, oh my goodness, I love this. I have to have it. I have not seen it on anyone, anywhere, on any patterns. So I'm gonna use this right now. And Lucy, thank you for saying that it's gorgeous. I really love it. You can wear it like that, or you can wear it really open and look like a sea captain, or yeah, whatever. I think it'll, when it drapes up a little bit after the blocking, it'll be really cool. And yeah, I'm proud to say that I've got one more sleeve to go, and there's also a big sort of what's it called? I'll call it a slit, where there are big slits on the side, so it isn't joined all the way, so just a little bit here and then a big slit on, and I'm making the back a little bit bigger, which is optional, but I really love these cables and I want to enjoy them a bit more. So yeah, there's basically just two sets of cables. One is this asymmetric involving pearl stitches, and this one is a more classical sets of 3, or actually yeah, 6 cables that form this classically you'd see in a lot of Aran sweaters, but I've modified it a little bit to make it a little bit more contemporary, more unique, and also a little bit more interesting to knit. But yeah, you can see that in the chart if you choose to either test or make the pattern, knit from the pattern at any point later on. And I've also included my favorite finishing detail for this kind of textured knit is this rim or welt, or however you want to call it, where I knit and then join back to a previous round and create this very decorative 3D textured detail. So yeah, I've added it here for the sleeves and then around the neck ribbing as well. And I'm really soon is going to be ready for testing. Just putting the finishing touches on the pattern, and that will be reviewed this weekend. And I think next week is, yeah, when you could expect a test call. It's really big gauge, so even though there's cables, the cables are fairly intuitive. Well, for me, I'm not even looking at the chart anymore because I drew it, so I guess it sits in my brain. But I think you can really get it in your head quickly, and then it's just a breeze through. For me, it is a knitting project, but I appreciate that not everyone feels as comfortable with cables as I do, and yeah, I'm confident I will complete it by the time the test call is supposed to happen, unless something major happens out of my control. But yeah, I am confident. So I'm using the yarn from Studio Donegal called Soft Donegal, and it's Aran weight or worsted weight. It's hard to say. And the gauge is quite big. I'm using 4.5 millimeter. I don't know that in US. Oh no, I do. I can just look it up here. US 7 needles for this. So yeah, it's fairly quick to make progress. And that is my main focus. But yesterday I was again missing some color work, because you've probably noticed the last 2 have been cably, and I cast on the next project, which is a yoke meditation series 4, and that will be using this sort of chart in a raglan construction. So it's not a round yoke sweater, it will be a top-down seamless raglan with that pattern, and it will go from light at the top to dark at the bottom, and I'm using my handspun 3-ply. It turns out that this isn't worsted or Aran like I hoped. It's more a heavy DK, so I will pair it with a dark strand of mohair to make it even darker and increase the contrast between the main color and the contrast colors to make sure that the pattern really shows. And thank you for saying it's beautiful. I couldn't go two projects without color work is like max I can do, so that's why I casted it on. I also cast it on because next week we will be releasing the Yoke Meditation Series 3 that we finished a couple of months ago. I mean, I started and then Lena finished it, and I saw some gorgeous photos of her in her own version that she did after she completed mine. Don't have the sweater with me because it was in a photo shoot in Latvia, but yeah, stay tuned, and I'm sure you'll see photos of it very, very soon on our Instagram, etc. It's another round yoke sweater in sport weight yarn. That's coming next week. Right, so my plans are finishing this, getting the test goal sorted, releasing Yoke Meditation 3, and really getting into the Yoke Meditation 4. And past that, I have one more yoke color work sweater in design process that I will be collaborating with Wool Decanted in their new DK yarn in gorgeous colors, and I hope that next time we meet for an update I'll have some more things to show there. But until then, I guess I have disclosed all that I have for today, and I wish you a good day. And again, to the lovely viewer who had broken their wrist, or anyone else who is for any reason not able to knit right now, I feel you, and I wish you get back on track as soon as possible. So with that I'll say I'll see you next time. Happy knitting!